Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Wanji Mwangi, and my channel's name is Miss and the Natural Stories. And so, once again, I want to speak about Nyambohanse. So, so Nyambohanse is an interesting village. The reason why I'm talking about this place is because majority of the content I watch is made from there. Reason is I watch Ayamarwa, I watch Dimwango, I watch Davy Jr., I watch Rocio. That is pretty much about the family. Congrats, mom. I watch I watch Gitiriba, I watch Priska Sagati. I watch so many and so many who have been in the construction site where they were building in Brian's home. So I am a consumer of the content all over the Nyambohanse village, from the haters to the team Marwa. So yeah, I watch even the haters Akina Gintu, and I think I am also somehow influenced by, you're influenced with the content that you consume. Whatever you consume will influence you. And since I've been watching these people, I have been inspired to start a YouTube channel. That is why I have this YouTube channel, and please subscribe. Do not watch without subscribing, please. So subscribe, and also like, also comment. You can tell me what I'm doing, whether it is okay. Yeah. Although as I watch Mara, sometimes I get some point that he says, yeah, you don't need people's validation. You just do what you gotta do. And so my today's topic goes to this young lady whom is being helped by Davy Jr., the lady by the name Halima. You know that young girl, she's not she is not safe. What I would say, she is not safe, whether it's now or it is in future. The events that are taking place now, they're gonna haunt the baby, and also they're gonna haunt her in the future. If it does well, that she goes to school and she gets that skill and she make something out of it, she'll be happy forever. And she will be able to cater for herself, for her child, and also for her siblings and other and her family. But if it doesn't go well, and it happens that she goes back to the marriage, if Moremi doesn't change and doesn't stop from being a drunkard, if Moremi doesn't behave properly with her, this may crush her forever. It will also crush the child. If you look at that child, that baby is is never. I can't say he's never happy. I can say he is never happy. If you compare him with other kids in the village who are maybe raised relatively well, I don't want to say that he's not being raised well, but obvious when you are raised by somebody who is drinking too much, there is usually no peace. No happiness can be found in that home. There is no happiness. I was raised by a father who was a drunkard, and he at some point he was very good, very peaceful, but the moment end month reaches, he would take the whole salary, destroy everything, drink the money, and even after drinking the money, and these people do not drink alone. They have a following, when especially when they have money in the village. They have money, so they have a following. Some people who are following them. Yeah, those men who follow people at least have some coins to take the traditional brew. I won't say it is an illegal or illicit. Yeah, who makes the one that is sold in the bar legal? Why is it legal? And then the one that our ancestors used to drink is made illegal. So it is not right to call it illicit brew. Let us just call it traditional brew. So my dad would go drink his whole salary. Then the money finishes up. He comes and takes the shopping that he had bought. Because the first thing he would do after getting his salary, he would go buy some few maize flour, wheat flour, rice, sugar, and cooking oil. After that, he would take all the money that was left and go and drink with his friends. If the money finishes before they are fully drunk, because it would be a series of, especially if he would take the salary on a weekend, if the salary would come out on a weekend, probably a Friday, do not expect him to be seen at home. He would go out that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday, he would struggle waking up to go to work. So it was a big problem because he would finish the money, come back home, take the shopping that he had bought, go sell at a throwaway price, drink the money again. If it finishes and there is still time, it is still during the day, he would come back, pick something, a goat, a chicken, or anything that can be sold, go again, drink, and then in the evening of Sunday, he would come, scatter everything with machete, you know, make us wake up in the middle of the night, make us run in the middle of the night. My mother would hide in the neighbor's home. We would go there. It was chaos. It is, and I was very young, very small, and this was not very healthy. It is very traumatizing. People even at school, people would think I'm so quiet. Um, People would think teachers would think I'm very disciplined. That is why I keep by myself. But it is the trauma in me, the fear that I could get, because I don't know whether I'll find my father drunk and he would beat us up. There would be no peace. There is no peace when a man is drinking like that, especially now when it gets to a point he's selling everything at home, food, he's selling food, and you're left with nothing. My mother would struggle. My mother would struggle, really struggle, and find food. Yet this man is employed with a good job. We had a land that we would make a living out of it. A whole acre of land, fertile land. We would plant maize, potatoes, bananas, beans. We would harvest, and we would have a lot of food with us. We would have chicken, goats, cows in that plot of land. And he would come one day, destroy everything or sell everything. I remember one day we had harvested like ten sacks of maize. 10, because here we grow maize. I hear people calling it corn, even in that village. We call it corn, but that is not corn. In Africa, in Kenya, we grow maize. That is what we grow. Though it's in other countries, it's meant for animal feed, but here we grow maize, and that is what we have grown uh, eating or consuming. So we had 10 sacks of them, and that was a big harvest, a bounty harvest. And so it happened when we have packed them and we are good, and mom is now saying, now I have enough food. Or the only thing that I need to look for is school fees. Because I think I was in class eight, class eight in the now the education system that is now finishing, because we are getting into another education system which is CBC. We had another one which was 844. 844 is an education system where you have to go for 8 years in primary school, and then 4 years in secondary school, and 4 years in university. So by then, I think I was in class eight, about to join secondary school. And you need a lot of things when you're getting into secondary school. So she knew now she has harvested a lot of maize. So the only thing that is remaining, she now look for school fees because there is enough food. And remember, this man, let me call him man, he is not concerned about the fee. He's not concerned about what the kids eat. For the four of us, he's not, he doesn't care, you know. And the reason is drinking. The problem was being a drunkard. When he didn't have money, when he didn't have when he was not drunk, he was so good. A very happy man. I would remember even with the way they would dance outside with mom, you know. But the moment he gets money in his hand, he would turn to be a beast. Somebody, I don't know. He would chase us with a machete, beat us up, and now he would turn. And I would wonder, why is he beating up my mom? You know, it was so cruel, and even up to now, it's so traumatic. And so I'm talking to this girl, Halima. You know, my mom persevered all that because then people were not very exposed in the 2000s. People are not very exposed that now that you are married, you can move out, go find a course to do. You will go home and then you're told to go back to your husband. It is not like today that if you're not able to live together, you can separate, you get your own, you rent your own home and start living. No, then the marriages were like forced. Even if you are being beaten, you are told to persevere. You persevere. Men are like that. Treat him well. Persevere. And so my mom tried and tried to persevere. She really tried. Um, Sorry, I don't want to get emotional. But if a man is drinking like that to the point he is taking food from the house to sell, that man needs him. And the woman is the one to suffer. They cannot develop because every time they move 10 steps forward, they will move five backwards, or even another 15 backwards. So you remain in poverty, you remain in a situation where you are not peaceful, and she is very young. She doesn't deserve to go through all that. My advice is this man should be rehabilitated. Let him be rehabilitated. And if he is very genuine, he doesn't want this lady to be empowered because he knows if the lady is empowered, she might get a better person. And he doesn't want to change. He doesn't want to work hard. This is a person who is well educated. He can secure a job. Even if he can't secure a job, he was bought a smartphone. He could have started doing content with that smartphone. This is a person who speaks English better than so many other content creators I've seen in that Nyambo hands. He speaks better English than Nico Bud. He speaks better English than what is the other young man? Is it, yeah? Mapopo. He even speaks better English than Mayuguno. And these people have worked to creating content and they have made a living out of it. What is so hard with him that he cannot work? Why is he doing whatever he's doing? So if he cannot be rehabilitated, let Halima get away from him. It's not good to separate a family because the child will suffer. But the child may be happier living with his mother. Right now, he's very young. If Halima goes out and gets herself another man who will love her and treat her well, the child will never remember the abusive father. And that child is also going through a lot. There are other things that we observe, and I may not speak them, but that man, the way he behaves with Brian, there are lots of question marks. And there is a day that girl tried to tell Davy Jr. something, and Davy Jr. cut her short. That girl has seen it all. And she cannot afford to go back to that abusive marriage. If she perseveres, this man will never change. Let her be given hope, let her be empowered. And also, when somebody is empowered, when somebody, when one is empowered, they are self dependent, they become independent. And when you are independent, no one will fix you. People will respect you, people will know that you have a voice, and they will treat you right. So, my message to Halima through David Jr. or whoever will watch this, please empower that lady. Asipewe pesa. Let her not be given money. Let her be empowered first. Once she tastes money, can be lured by anyone with money. But let her be encouraged to work hard. Okay, money is good because will help her in her daily needs. But let her be encouraged to work hard and let her be empowered to getting a skill that will help her earn a living. If possible, let her start also creating content. David Jr. guide Halima on creating content and also show her to fish. Stop dishing out money to people every time they are in need. Let them be empowered. Let them be empowered. Also ask them what do they need? What do they want to do? Because sometimes you just think for them and say, this is what I want to do for you. This is what I want to do for you. I want to buy you chicken. I want to buy you a cow. It is good. It is a good gesture. But what do they want? What do they want? Listen to them. And if somebody doesn't want to work hard, cut the help. Let them face the life, and after they face the life, they will be ready to do what they got to do for them to improve their lives. Muremi can farm, let him farm. Why can't he farm? Why is he only dependent with Halima to farm? He want to use her. He want to use her like a domestic worker. That is not right. They should be in the maize field, both of them, and working together. you know he wants just to maneuver, move here and head there, find food, eat, take some, sell, but he doesn't want to work. Let him work, encourage them to work. I know. Yeah, that is my view. And the reason I'm saying this is because these things are out here. We can see. And I think we also have a right to react. That is why you are creating the content. Also, you have a right to react to my views and my content. So, please subscribe and comment. Am I saying the right? thing. Am I right? Okay, have a good. Eh? Here it's afternoon. So I wish you well. Blessings wherever you are. Thank you.